In this video, we will be solving exercise problems 9.7, 9.8, 9.9 of the chapter Mechanical Properties of Solid. So let's start solving the first problem, that is 9.7. The problem says 4 identical hollow cylinder columns of a mild steel support a big structure of mass. So 4 cylinder is supporting mass of 50,000 kg, okay, and the inner and the outer radius of the each column. So the inner radii Ri is 30 centimeter and the outer radii R0 is 60 centimeter respectively. Assuming the load distribution to be uniform, calculate the compressional strain of each column. So what we have to calculate is compressional strain on each column. Compressional strain, okay, on each column of cylinder. So the problem can be represented by this diagram. So this is a cylinder rod. So like that 4 cylinder rod is there, okay, and a large mass is supported on top of this 4 cylindrical object, okay. So what you have to calculate the compressional strain on the rods, right, the cylindrical columns which is made up of steel, okay. So the mass that is handled by the 4 of these columns is 50,000 kg, okay. So the compressional strain on the each load can be calculated by knowing the load or the force on each rod, right. So as the mass of 50,000 kg is handled, so the force will be mg, okay, the force of gravity due to this large mass, okay. So the force will be 50,000 times 9.8, okay, and this force is on all the 4 rods, okay. So force or the load on each rod, okay, that is a single rod, will be this force, the total force divided by 4, right. So which will be equal to 50,000 times 9.8 Newton divided by 4, okay. So in calculation we will get it as force on each rod, okay, on each rod as 12, 25,000 Newton, okay. So this is the force on the each rod. Now, so because it is a compressor, so it will be related to the Young's modulus. So Young's modulus is, as we know, longitudinal stress divided by longitudinal strain, right. So stress is given as force by area and strain. So we can directly write the strain because we have to calculate the strain, okay. So taking strain to the LHS, strain is force upon area into Young's modulus. So the Young's modulus of the steel will be given in the table, that is given as 2 into 10 raised to power 11 Newton per meter square, okay, that is the Young's modulus. So plugging in the values, force is given as 12, 25,000 times Newton upon area, okay. Now what will be the area? The inner and the outer radius of the cylinder is given, okay. So the area due to cylinder, okay. So if this is cylinder and inner and outer radius is given, so area will be like outer area of the cylinder minus the inner area. That is what we want. So it will be pi r0 square minus pi r1 square. Okay, that will be pi r0 square minus r1 square. That is the area of the hollow cylinder, right? So let's plug in the values. So area will be pi times, what is r0? 60 centimeter. So we have to convert it into meters, the SI unit. So it will be 60 into 10 raised to minus 2 the whole square minus, what is inner radius? Inner radius is given as 30 centimeter. So it will be 30 times 10 raised to minus 2 in meters square times the Young's modulus, that is 2.0 into 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. Okay, so the strain from the calculation is found to be 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 7. The strain is a quantity of lengths. It's a division of lengths. So it is a unitless quantity, and it is given for this problem. It is 7.2 into 10 raised to minus 7. Okay, so the strain on each cylinder will be given by this value. Okay, so let's solve exercise 9.8. So a piece of copper wire having a rectangular cross section of 15.2 mm into 19.1 mm is pulled in tension with 45,500 Newton force, producing elastic deformation. Calculate the resulting strain. Okay, so the area, the cross sectional area of the rectangular cross section is given as 15.2 mm times 19.1 mm. So 1 millimeter is 10 raised to minus 3 meters. So we'll convert into meter square the area. So it is 15.2 times 10 raised to minus 3 meter into 19.1 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. So which is 15.2 into 19.1 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter square. Okay, I've converted into SI units. The force is given as 44,500 Newton, and we have to find the strain. Okay, so Young's modulus formula is stress by longitudinal stress by strain. So strain is stress by Young's modulus. The value of Young's modulus of copper can be known from the table given in the book. So the Young's modulus is given of copper as 1.1 times 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. Okay, so the strain can be written as stress is nothing but force by area times Young's modulus, which is F by A y. Okay, so the force is 44,500 Newton upon area is given, and we have converted into SI unit. So it is 15.2 into 19.1 times 10 raised to 6 meters square. Young's modulus is 1.1 of copper is 1.1 times 10 raised to 11 Newton per meter square. Okay, so that's strain. So strain after calculation, it's a pretty simple calculation. The value can be obtained as 1.39 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so strain is a dimensionless quantity because it is same length divided by length, so it is a dimensionless quantity. We have got it as strain on the copper as 1.39 times 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, solve problem 9.9. So a steel cable having a radius, so given quantity is radius, which is 1.5 centimeter, supports a chairlift at sky area if the maximum stress is not to exceed 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square. So the maximum stress that it can handle is 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square. What is the maximum load? Okay, the cable can support. So this is very simple question. So it can be considered as, this is a chairlift that is handled by a wire of steel cable. Okay, at a sky area. So people sit in this chairlift and they are moved from like one mountain to other mountain. So what we have to calculate is the maximum load that this cable can handle. Okay, so this is a pretty simple. We have given the stress. So let's calculate the solution. So stress is given. So stress, what is the formula to calculate stress? It's force per unit area, right? So load, the maximum load that can handle is nothing but the maximum force that it can handle. So force can be calculated as stress times area, right? So what will be the area? That will be cross sectional area of that cable. Okay, so this stress, the maximum stress it can handle is 10 to the power 8. So if I am putting the value of maximum stress times area, it will give me the maximum force that the cable can handle, right? So maximum stress is 10 raised to power 8 Newton per meter square, and area, cross sectional area will be pi r square, so pi times r. Now radius is given as 1.5 centimeter. So converting, so if 1 centimeter is 10 to the power minus 2 meters, 1.5 centimeter will be 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 in meters, right? That's the radius. So pi r square will be 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 2 square, right? That is radius square. So on calculation, it's very simple calculation. We'll get it as 7.1 into 10 to the power 4 Newton. Okay, that is the maximum force the cable can handle. Okay, that's a pretty easy question. If you are able to understand the problems explained in the video, do hit that like button and also share it with your friends. If you have any doubts related to these problems, please ask in the comment below.